Man, can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Salute, salute. I was like, my bad. Hey, shot once again, Mad Dog. Hey, salute. Lather, salute. My bad. I had my mic off. All right. I had my mic off. My bad. I should have double checked. Let me make sure we all good. Yeah, we good. So I want to thank everybody that donate. Ronnie Boy Fresh, Yu Ying, Ricky E, Gary Benson, dude with the construction company, the dude that gave me my, I ain't gonna put his business out there. Dude that gave me my first Cash App donation. Salute to y'all, man. And I'd rather y'all donate to Cash App or PayPal before the Super Chat, but I appreciate the Super Chat either or. It's just that they tax the Super Chat and they don't tax PayPal or the Cash App. But yeah, man, let's talk about last night fights. I call it the fix, and I ain't talking about the Scarface album. I'm talking about Garcia blasting out Duno in one round. Canelo beating Kovalev. A lot of things went on last night. Also, want to touch on Chris Minnick's reporting that Adrian Broner and Tank got into a fist fight. What else do I want to talk about? We talk about that. Oh, UFC 244. I enjoyed that card a lot better. That Wonder Boy guy, he got a new fan in me. I like the way he fights. Zatombo 8, salute. Bushido Boxing, y'all go subscribe to him, salute. So we call it was the fix last night. That's what I'm calling it, the fix. And I ain't talking about Scarface album. A lot of things went down last night. I got videos sent to me. It was an empty seats. There went a lot of empty seats in the MGM Grand last night. And while it was an hour late, I seen guys like Carcino. He was complaining about the wait, but I wasn't mad about the wait because I had a heads up. All right, we knew that that they was gonna wait till after UFC 244. That came out Friday, or Dana White announced that, right? And thank God they was fighting on the East Coast, which it has some effect on the fight. And I'll get to UFC 244 towards the middle or the end, okay? And I'm gonna tell you how New York and how Al Heyman affected the UFC. But we could talk about the Muriel Duno fight first. But some other things went on. They streamed the UFC fight card. Canelo bowed down to UFC 244, and a lot of boxing fans wasn't happy about it. Okay, all right. The Muriel Duno fight. You know what? Ryan Garcia came out, guns a blazing. But you know what? He still don't look crisp. He still don't look comfortable. I see the improvement. He had a lot of confidence coming to yesterday's fight. I knew Golden Boy wasn't gonna let him lose because they had just gave him a brand new contract because Canelo was mad with Oscar De La Hoya. All right, and he was talking about leaving, and one of the reasons he was mad because he threw Ryan Garcia's name in the mud. So Garcia came out there and he landed a combination, and the left hook or the left hook didn't land. It looked like Duno took a dive. Okay, I let that pass. Million appreciate it, man. He said, "What's up, CJ? Why people should never bet on boxing? All sports are fixed. Boxing, super corrupt." Yeah. The Duno fight, appreciate it. The Duno fight, like I said, I didn't pay no attention to it. I kind of was like, people saying it was fixed, but Ryan Garcia came out there real aggressive. He still got a lot to learn. He gonna be one of those tight fighters. Shane Mosley was one of those tight fighters. He fought just kind of tight, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Long as you ain't hyperventilating or something like that. But he fight tight, and you know what? He came out slugging like he was scared for his life. Or that could have just been confidence. And Duno was trying to cut the ring off. He was trying to close the distance. He beat up Ryan Garcia rib cage, but Garcia came prepared. And Garcia got that earmuff problem. Errol Spence got it. Tyler McCurry from the 419 Toledo got it. You know what I'm saying? Arthur Abraham had it where when people get to swinging, they hide behind them earmuffs. Now, Ricky Wright mastered that shit. You can't put Winky in the category of them. He know how to counter. He know how to counter out of it and get in and out of it. But with Ryan Garcia, he don't know how to slip and make a boxing move. And don't get it twisted. You can still be successful out the high guard like that. But Errol Spence is another guy who stay in the high guard and he cover his face up and he don't slip or counter. And those guys allow you to work, and then they want to work on the back end. That's something I want to see Garcia kind of. I want to see him fix that because Canelo can slip and he can counter. And he don't really hide behind the high guard like that. So I think that's something that he can fix. But you know what? I didn't know how good Duno was. It was a lot of talk. He had 16 big knockouts. He was an aggressive fighter. Obviously, he was a smaller fighter last night, and Garcia made quick work of him. I wasn't screaming fix. I was just saying in my video, a couple people said it was fixed. And, Garcia made easy work of it. I didn't see a first-round knockout coming from that guy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it was what it was. Okay? The Canelo fight. Kovalev came to give him a massage. All right? Kovalev came to massage Canelo that whole night. Kovalev didn't fight aggressive. And, some of that got to do with Buddy McGurf. Buddy McGurf turned Kovalev from the crusher to the masseuse. You know what I'm saying? And Kovalev is no longer aggressive like he used to be. And I think he's scared of gassing out. But he was scared to put that right hand on Canelo. Canelo was throwing some heat. Canelo looked amazing last night. Back looked ripped up. He had no water weight, no fat around the waist. He moved up to 175 like he was a natural 175-pounder. His punches had a lot of authority on him. Obviously, we knew moving up from 160 and 68 to 75 that he had a quicker hands. But, even though a lot of people thought Kovalev was winning, I didn't score the fight. It didn't matter because the reason I didn't score the fight is I knew Canelo was going to get the benefit of the doubt. All right? And it was already talks behind the scenes to the guys I talked to that people believe that the fight was fixed between Canelo and Kovalev. So, right, I wasn't rooting for Kovalev or I wasn't, rooting against Canelo per se. I just wanted to see how the fight was going to play out. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't let me down, okay? Everything my plug said was true. And, it looked like Kovalev took a dive. People say, well, it was the three weigh-ins he had to do. The weigh-in to make the fight, the morning weigh-in, the weigh-in before entering the ring. People could say it was, he was asleep backstage. They waited too long for the UFC fight. Whatever you want to say, that's not how you fight a smaller fighter coming up. You know what I'm saying? Kovalev going to fight Bivol next, I heard, or in the near future. He got a 3-fight deal with DAZN, which is even more fixed. You know what I'm saying? And the way I look at it, Kovalev didn't fight him like he was a smaller guy coming up. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather was more aggressive and had more authority on his punches than Kovalev did. You know what I'm saying? And Kovalev did not fight like a guy with confidence. He fought like he fought like Canelo was the guy that was the natural 75-pounder, and Kovalev was the guy moving up. Kovalev was very, very Coffee Universal. Y'all can subscribe to him. Kovalev was very, very passive in that fight. I understand fighting Alvarez like that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even fight Andre Ward like that. He didn't have no respect for Andre Ward punching power. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no respect for his punching power like that. You know what I'm saying? And Kovalev did make it difficult for Ward to get to his body. For Canelo to get to his body. And, Buddy McGurk said around like the 7th, 8th, 9th round, he started complaining about the judges saying, we know we won't get fair judging in Las Vegas versus Canelo. And everybody know that. It was already said or understood, don't have to be said. But Kovalev didn't fight like the bigger, stronger guy. All right, what's more prideful? Getting knocked out in 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds or getting knocked out in 11? It don't matter. Ain't no moral victories in this sport. If Kovalev if he would have went out guns a-blazing trying to knock out Kovalev, I'm trying to knock out Canelo in the first few rounds and then just gassed out, got knocked out in 6, it wouldn't have made me no difference. Real talk. It wouldn't have made no difference. I would have been like, okay, at least Kovalev tried to go out there and go out like a real one. That's what I would have said. At least Kovalev tried to go out there like a real one. But that ain't what he did. Give me 1 second. My bad, my computer messing up. There we go. But that ain't what he did. People can say what they want to say all day, man. Well, that was real punches by Canelo. Kovalev was drained. Man, come on, man. Canelo didn't knock out a weight drained. He didn't knock out a weight drained Chavez Jr. He didn't knock out an Austin Trout. He knocked him down. He didn't knock down and knock out a Lara. He didn't knock out an old Shane Mosley that was outside his truth at 54. He didn't knock out Miguel Cotto. He didn't knock out Matthew Hatton at a catchweight. He didn't knock out Miguel Vasquez. He didn't knock down or knock out glass chin Danny Jacobs. They say Danny got a glass chin. He didn't drop or knock out Gennady Golovkin. So let's keep it real, man. Let's put it on the floor here. Let's keep it real. So Canelo moves up and knocks out light heavyweight. which Anthony Yarde, who is physically stronger, he may not be as good as Canelo. He physically stronger, and Kovalev weathered the storm against a harder puncher than Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? Then Kovalev. Now Canelo moving up in weight. Now, however you want to spin it. If you want to spin it, oh, Kovalev got tired. Or he said, and he come up with this lame excuse, well, I was tired because of the quick turnaround. No, you wasn't. If you was tired at all, and this was a fair fight, or it wasn't no fix-in, if you truly was tired, it would have came down to you was being tired because of the weight, you being weight drained. It would have came down to you being tired because you was weight drained. That's what it came down to. He didn't say that. And at the end of the day, in my opinion, it looked like Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? It looked like Kovalev. Like Canelo. Moved up artificially, and I'll just leave it at that. It looked like Canelo once again moved up artificially, and I'll leave it at that. Put Cotto in there with Yard. Facts. Shout out to Overhead. Facts. I'm going to get to the comment section in a minute. At the end of the day, Canelo looked like Manny Pacquiao when in the David Diaz fight. He looked like Manny Pacquiao in the David Diaz fight. Canelo looked like Pacquiao at 47 when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? That dude was ripped. He was ripped up last night. I remember he was fighting Floyd and Cotto. He was never that shredded in the midsection. Canelo Alvarez looked like the Terminator last night. He got tired one time. And that's when he took like one of the rounds off, and Kovalev actually can't start coming back like the 9th round. But hey, let's see what they talking about. I'm going to start off here. Duno got hyped because he stopped the prospect that Golden Boy had. All right, Mad Dog H. OG Swag, he had zero power when he shot at all. Kovalev had no power. Robert Ellis said massage, perfect way of looking at it. That's what it was. Kovalev was paid off by the Mexican cartel in pesos. Kovalev came for sparring section, neutral natural. Ramon Turner, Canelo talking about going to 200. Canelo ducking 365 VADA testing. A lot of fighters not doing 365 VADA testing as well. Even some of the biggest VADA advocates. The boxing game is despicable. Javier Logan. Jojo Diaz said he only gave Canelo 2 rounds. Ramon Turner. Neutral natural like Tyson Fury. I'm here for Canelo bash and what a trash fight. Yeah, the fight wasn't. It was trash, but it kept my attention at 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning. It went into 2 in the morning. It kept my attention good enough. No way Kovalev was letting Canelo back him up the whole fight, but he could stalk Ward the whole first fight. Exactly. Anytime Kovalev threw bigger shots, he left his body open. Canelo was countering. That was what I was seeing. And then Kovalev said that in the post-fight. Man, fuck up out of here, man. Fuck up out of here. That's true, but that motherfucker was supposed to be on. That's Kovalev, nigga. This ain't Andre Ward. This ain't Blake Campillo. This ain't Bernard Hopkins, dude. This is the dude that got the crusher on his glove. You letting a smaller fighter dictate what you do? Could you imagine Mike Tyson let Michael Spinks come in there and dictate what he do? Real talk. Could you imagine Michael Spinks letting, dogging Ali and Ali switching up his attack versus Michael Spinks? This is a motherfucker who started off like a welterweight, dude. He ain't got no reputation for body bagging dudes. He couldn't even put down Angulo. The referee stopped him on his feet. Battle rapper salute. And Chavez Jr. chin isn't all that from Forward showed that. He couldn't even stop Chavez Jr. weight drain. Kovalev shouldn't even be allowed to fight no more. The Raw Naked Show Kovalev Ward hit Kovalev harder in the second fight than Canelo with that right hand, and Kovalev didn't go down. Fake. J. Pill, even though his game plan was to jab the way he did it in order to pace himself. Man, what is you pacing yourself for, bro? You look here, man. For people saying he was pacing himself in this fight, I understood in the Alvarez fight what he was doing. All right, the Alvarez fight, I get it. Why are you pacing yourself and you cannot win on the scorecards? well, CJ, you don't know if he know he can't win. His corner said it. Buddy McGurk said it like in like the 9th or 8th, 7th round, some shit like that. And Chris Minnick said, if you had a problem with the judges, you should have said it all week. So if you can't get a decision, you're going to get knocked out anyway. Why not get knocked out in the fucking 1st, 2nd, 3rd round? People forgetting this is a motherfucker that moved up. This was a guy that wasn't knocking out Trout, wasn't knocking out Lara, didn't knock out Matthew Haddon, Graylin Wilson, Super Chat, appreciate it. He wasn't knocking out those guys. Now, had you told me this was like Marvin Hagler or Tommy Hearns moving up and he was body bagging niggas and knocking out Roberto Duran, he was laying flat on his face, then we talking something different. You tell me it's a new UI jumping up from 118 to 22 to 26, I get it. Canelo don't have a reputation for bodying dudes, man. He a body James Kirkland. He a body James Kirkland. Canelo ain't got, like I said, had this been Marvin Hagler, had this been Michael Moore, you know what I'm saying? Had this been a guy that had a reputation for knocking dudes out. How you respecting a guy that can't punch? If Canelo was punching so much harder, then we know what it was, bro. He called up his chemist. He called up his Walter White. Canelo uses a bunch of EPOs, allegedly. I'm going to say that neutral, natural. The Canelo signed a non-disclosure agreement. He couldn't say nothing about the way Kovalev low-key tried to snitch in the post-fight interview. They did that to Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs couldn't say nothing about the rehydration clause. He couldn't say nothing about, well, he's talked a little bit about, he couldn't say nothing about Canelo Alvarez past PED usage. So you fight Canelo, you gotta sign a non-disclosure agreement not to say what happened and try to make him look better, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on. OG Swag, salute. Bobby Swag, salute. Bushido Boxer say, y'all go subscribe to his channel. How he move up and didn't lose nothing. He looked fast as hell and he was ripped to the shred. Exactly, bro. It's that Pacquiao David Diaz. WE Sports TV, salute, bro. He said, yo, go see the Golden Boy promotion. Somehow took down my Ryan Garcia fix post. They did that shit to me before. It was another, is that you? No, I don't think it's your channel, is it? No, it's another, I'm sorry your shit though. It's another dude. They took his post down and he was showing that in the Golovkin and Canelo 1 fight, that Eric Gomez knew the score before the scorecards was announced. And they took it down. But before they took it down, and they took his channel from him until they demonetized his channel, I had screen recorded the video and put it up on my Facebook my page in the link in the description. And they took that shit down. Golden Boy removed my shit down. So they do that shit. D Brown, salute. Canelo the best. Yeah, eat a dick. Salute though. No, you can't say Garcia, what the fuck was that? And Canelo ain't the best. Canelo a fraud too. Canelo the greatest cheater of all time. Bill and Brady need to learn from Canelo. You ain't lying. Kovalev quit. I don't think Kovalev quit, bro. I think it was part of the plan. During the penalty, they saying they ready for Beterbiev. They said he better than Kovalev, man. Man, I wouldn't put it past them beating Beterbiev, bro. They gonna drain Beterbiev like crazy, bro. I wouldn't put it past you. You think the fight? Yeah, man. I had heard that before the fight battle rifle that it was fixed. So I was just ready. I just wanted to see how the fight was gonna go down. Everybody was saying that behind the scenes that the fight was fixed. That was more potent. Well, because nobody knew it was a rehydration clause, let alone 2. It was 185 in the morning and then 190 he couldn't step in the ring. But it is what it is. It don't make me no difference, man. I was talking to Town. We was talking about that shit this morning and shit. He was telling me what a few of the other niggas was saying and shit. And, he said he not going to cover no more Golden Boy fights. I may not need bro. They ain't really got nobody I like other than Virgil Ortiz. Ryan Garcia cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an issue with him, but it just may be a point where we may not need to talk about it no more. I like boxing, though, and I like Virgil Ortiz. But, if it come down that, we don't need to talk about it no more, then that's something that we had to discuss when we get out there. Zula Mortar Kovalev sold out. I ain't mad at him. If Kovalev put a price on his legacy, it's cool. Most people look at him as a racist. You know what? I try to separate that shit from boxing. But you know what? Kovalev, he tarnished his legacy last night, and he probably didn't even do it for retirement money. You know, he got 12 million. Top Rank got 2, and then I don't know how much everybody else got, but you know, at the end of the day, he fought anybody and everybody. But to take a dive and go out like this, I guess you say you've been knocked out twice. What's the third time? The ref didn't even give a count. I understand why he didn't get a count. The way his legs crumbled. You know what I'm saying? Anytime a dude get hit on his chin, his legs crumble like soggy or like soft cornbread. I didn't have a problem with him stopping it. Kovalev has a body on his name too. Yeah, I forgot about that. Andre on Twitter, to me, Kovalev is fighting like he is sparring a smaller guy. Like he is sparring a smaller guy and is working with him. I can believe that. Kovalev was just high-fiving his ass all fight long. And let's talk about the ref. Was that Tony Weeks in there? Flame on 24 salute. Was that Tony Weeks in there? Because I don't know who the ref was, but I can't remember, but every time Kovalev would use his shoulder or measure him with the jab, oh, you can't do that. Canelo elbowing Kovalev and bowing him in the head and shit. The ref didn't say nothing, dude. The ref was clearly on clearly on Canelo's side. Guaranteed Kovalev case is taken care of Monday morning under the table. That might have been part of it. He didn't knock Jacobs out either. Nope, or knock him down. Imagine if Wilder pulled this BS. You ain't lying. Matt Wilder going 12 with Anthony Yard. Or Beterbiev moving up, he going 12. Or Marat Gassier move up, and he going 12 with him. Come on. I think Canelo can body people if they are there to be hit, if they're pressure Canelo. He didn't body Angulo. The referee stopped it on his feet, and Angulo went through the wars. You know what I'm saying? Who else he fought? Golovkin was there to be hit. He didn't body Golovkin. Chavez was there to be hit. He didn't body Chavez. So that I already dispatched that. Jeffrey Sharp salute. Canelo wasn't hurt, and Kovalev love sold out for the money. You know, at the end of the day, they say everybody got their price. I used to work across from a dude that worked on the line, and he said everybody got their price. I'm ready for somebody to buy me. I always talk about this is when Eve had to end up with that white family, which she's still with. Duno went down and out on the block punch. Kovalev orchestration was a lot better, bro. Duno was walking into punches, got defense. Canelo manufactured like an MF. Salute. All right, can't go through all of them, but Bojack 654 said disgrace the body. It is what it is, and then. And I wait. I'm gonna just keep talking about the fight a little bit more. Then we get into the other bullshit. I didn't watch none of the post fight shit, so I'll watch it tonight. But you know, with Kovalev, man, Kovalev didn't look to set the tone. He didn't look to hurt the smaller fighter. Usually, you know, the bigger, stronger fighter, especially if he's known for getting knockouts, he looking to set the tone. He looking to hit Canelo with something. You know, so he, you know, the smaller fighter with something, so he respect him. You know, Canelo didn't do that. I mean, Kovalev didn't do that. Kovalev wasn't looking to hit him with nothing to get the respect. You know, Kovalev was just pacing himself. Like, and my whole train of thought was like, why would you pace yourself? Why would you pace yourself knowing you're not going to get the points win? You ain't going to get no points win. You know, but, you know, it is what it is. Years ago, Triple G has one of the best chins in boxing. And Chavez started running away after the third entire fight. He even got Triple G to run in the 12th in the rematch. Don't matter. I mean, he didn't. What you got to say about Angulo then? He didn't body Angulo. He didn't body Lara. Well, Lara was a mover. What about Matthew Hatton? He didn't body Matthew Hatton. What about that fight? Miguel Vasquez. He didn't body him. I think they fought twice. You know, how fast can Chavez run? You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, man, this shit was fake. I don't care what nobody said. If Yard would have won, you think Canelo, they already said they wasn't interested in fighting Anthony Yard. No, he stopped Angulo on his feet. He did not. Angulo did not hit the canvas. The referee stopped Angulo on his feet. He did not stop Angulo on the ground. He stopped him on his feet. He did not drop him on the ground, if my memory serves me correctly. Whenever you ever seen Kovalev be so gracious after defeat? Exactly, bro. He's Andre Woods monkey boy. You know, he's a cheater. He's a cheater. He low blow me. They gives a gift to Monkey Boy Ward. And the whole thing about the first Andre Ward fight when people was screaming robbery, HBO was pushing the European invasion. I thought if that fight was close, Kovalev was gonna get the victory. Kovalev was technically the house fighter. You know what I'm saying? HBO loved them Eastern European fighters. You know what I'm saying? But had Kovalev won the same way Andre Ward won in the first two fights, people wouldn't be screaming robbery. They wouldn't. And I ain't the biggest Andre Ward fan, but I ain't trying to hear that shit. Kovalev had been on HBO for a very long time and they liked him. He gonna drain Deontay Wilder. I know someone that works HR in the zone, and she said Canelo would finish him in 11. Just watch. Asked if it was fixed. He said no comment. Damn. How did Kovalev get a 3-fight deal with the zone? Well, had he won, he would have went back to top ranked ESPN main events. But at the end of the day, they gave him a 3-fight deal with the zone. Do you think Ward could beat Canelo? Ain't nobody beating Canelo, bro. He could do what Floyd Mayweather did. He probably get a draw. Floyd beat him every round and still got a split decision. He said ego going in on Canelo, as he should. As he should go in on Canelo. You know, but he getting the benefit of the doubt. They trying to make him look. They did the same shit with Chavez. They did the same shit with Chavez, bro. Oscar De La Hoya too. You know, we gotta start. And to be honest, we gotta start supporting the others, man. The black fighters, the Dominicans, the Cuban fighters, because these Mexicans just get credit. They get credit because they got a neat fan base. Because they got so many fans, man, dude. We really can get behind some of our fighters, man. We can really change that, man. You know, but the fucked up thing about it is when my guy sent me a video of the MGM Grand, and they were streaming the UFC fight in MGM Grand, right? And a lot of people were saying Mayweather and Pacquiao never would have waited for the UFC to fight. They would have took precedence over that. So that was another thing that was a conversation that we was having last night. A few guys I talked to, and like I said before, I couldn't really believe that Oscar De La Hoya was really going to make, you know, everybody wait. And remember Triple G versus Golovkin too. I mean Golovkin versus Canelo too. They made us wait an hour. For whatever reason it was, they made us wait an hour until like 11 o'clock daytime. So hold on, that's 12. That's 2 o'clock. Like Canelo Triple G 2 didn't kick off till like 1:30, 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember they made us wait in the second fight. Well, I don't know what that reason was, but at the end of the day, we all knew UFC had the better product. They had the better platform. ESPN Plus pay-per-view was the better platform that night. But Canelo still should have fought. You know, Canelo made more than every fighter on the UFC card combined last night. The only guy that probably made more than Canelo last night was Dana White. Kovalev made more than every UFC fighter last night probably on that card combined. Yet you got almost $50 million in the ring last night, $47 million to be exact, and you waiting on guys that's making $1, $2, $100,000, $2 million to fight, if that. Let alone it's in New York City. You know, which Golden Boy should have started the card later then. You know what I'm saying? They should have started that card. Instead of they starting it probably 6 Pacific time, they should have started the card at 8 o'clock. You know, should have went to 8, 9, 10, 11. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they should have started the clock and so it would have been on time. But, you know, once again, the zone of Oscar De La Hoya is a disgrace. They're a disgrace. They sit here and they took a backseat to UFC. This is supposed to be the pound for pound most popular fighter in the world that's making all this money, and he's scared Mark Salute to go up against the UFC? You serious? You telling me Nate Diaz fan base is better than Canelo? Jorge Masvidal fan base is better than Canelo? You telling me that the UFC is holding this up? You know what I'm saying? That's like they telling you, all right, to get to the field, you got to go through the kicker. I'm gonna just go wait till the kicker go to the field first, or I'm gonna wait till the kicker go to the bathroom. You ain't nobody scared of no kicker. You know what I'm saying? That's like them saying, "Oh man, it's a fifth grader waiting at the door for you. You can't leave unless you go through the fifth grader." Like nigga, anybody, man, they really let UFC punk them last night. Oh, me and Oscar De La Hoya, we already talked, and Dana White said they're gonna wait to put their fight on after our fight. Are you fucking serious? De La Hoya and Dana White ain't never got nothing nice to say. Once again, Oscar De La Hoya and make boxing look bad again. Not with his nose candy, not with his things that he doing outside the ring. He let the UFC punk them last night. But you know why the UFC could have punked them? Because don't nobody watch the zone. Don't nobody watch the zone. In the zone part, we got to take a back seat to this. And if Canelo got to take a back seat to two fighters who didn't even fight for a real belt, they fought for the baddest motherfucking belt yesterday. They wasn't even world champions. You know, it wasn't even a real world champion fight in the UFC. And Canelo sitting there taking the back seat to them. He said, "Great, so I bought the UFC card. I fell asleep. I watched the UFC card. Wonder Boy was going ham last night. Too bad New York stopped it on cuts, but I'll talk about that in a second. Oscar will be out of boxing business soon. Exactly. Anybody that sound like Oscar De La Hoya, you a fucking fool. Any of them. I know Canelo probably got 2 more fights and then he gone. He supposed to start working with Eddie. Wilder underrated with his pay-per-view numbers. He would do good numbers with Ortiz again. I hope so. I know this seems far-fetched, but I still think Jared Hurd has the style to beat Canelo. Similar matchup to Paul Williams, Margarito, All Out War. I know J-Rock beat him, though. Yeah, styles make fights, but I see he working on some new things in the gym, but at the end of the day, I just never thought I ever seen the cash cow in boxing take a backseat to UFC. Now, had this been Conor McGregor and Khabib or an event like that, then maybe I can understand. You know, Canelo, and not only that, they start streaming the UFC card in the arena so the fans will have something to watch. That's crazy. Joshua Salute. You know what I'm saying? They start streaming the fight in the arena. It's a boxing event. You know, but it is what it is. I can see her wearing Canelo. The way Canelo looking, man, Canelo probably juiced to the gills, allegedly. Ain't nobody beating Canelo Alvarez, bro. And this is another thing me and Tom was talking about last night. He said Charlo might as well not fight him. And I said the same thing. You might as well not fight him. If Floyd Mayweather beat him every round, you know, if Floyd Mayweather beat him every round, you know, and pick him apart, who else can do that not named Andre Ward? Who else? He couldn't drain Floyd Mayweather. So what fighter walk around at 160, don't got a problem getting drained? Who can put on that type of performance versus Canelo? And at this point, you may have to knock him out. Valeria 76 salute. Yeah, he did. Quincy Bernardo said Ryan Garcia KO looked stage. Yeah, we talked about that shit. So at this point, who can beat Canelo under his circumstances? You know, they said they entered VADA. They did come up, but is they really doing VADA? You don't know who testing and who not testing, dog, for real. You can't tell me Canelo naturally moved up last night. Not an ounce of water weight on those weights. Ripped up, back ripped up, arms ripped up. Powerful than ever. Didn't lose speed. Gained power. Didn't have a stamina issue last night. Come on, man. Andrade might have the boxing ability to do so. You might be right. But at the end of the day, he can't make no mistakes. Mayweather didn't make one crucial mistake. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make one crucial mistake. And then And then Canelo going to tell Andrade, like, I don't want to fight you because you born. Like, nigga, like that whole fight versus Kovalev wasn't born. Every Canelo fight born. They talk about Mayweather. What fun Canelo fight you ever seen? The two Golovkin fights, they was all right. But I'll take Floyd versus Corrales over both of them. I'll take Floyd versus Gotti off of both of them. I'll take Floyd versus Miguel Cotto off of both of them fights. Come on. Other than KO and smaller guys like Amir Khan, Josito Lopez, KO and the old Ryan Rhodes, Canelo ain't no Kuma Deception said Canelo was hard to hit though. His defense is underrated, but Andrade could do it. You know, at the end of the day, Golovkin hit him. You know, Golovkin is a different fighter than a few of them other dudes, but Golovkin was touching him. Shy 702 BM salute. Golovkin was touching his ass, but like I said before, man, with Demetrius Andrade, man, he might have the best ability. I think Charlo got the best attitude to do it, but I don't think he got the skills to do it. Watch Charlo will be paid to throw a pity pat jab all night. And somebody got to have integrity, dude. Somebody got to have integrity. Yeah, Amir Khan was touching because he had that speed. Somebody got to have integrity, man, to be like, you know what, man? No, man, I'm not doing all this shit, man, to lose. Like, this ain't no Floyd Mayweather money. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna see me get my ass hooked on the zone or win anyway. Andrade Charlo Triple G going to sleep. Sleep by who? Who Canelo knocked out? We all knew Kovalev took a dive. Who did Canelo knock out to make you think he going to sleep? Who Canelo knocked out? Wouldn't be surprised if Canelo vacates. What do you say? If Canelo vacates and fights Plant where Eubanks at 68. Eubanks is back at middleweight. You know what I'm saying? Eubanks at middleweight. I doubt if he fight Caleb Plant. He can't drain Caleb Plant. He can't drain him. Caleb Plant already a 160 pounder, really. He fake KO or drain old Kovalev. Now they think he a KO artist. You ain't lying, bro. I thought it was gonna be with least to the body. The zone to go to boy thinking shit. Hold on, okay, it's blocked. Thinking shit, it backfire. People know now. Yeah, people know now, bro. Whoever leaked that news about the 2 rehydration clause, I wonder who did that. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it came from somebody on Golden Boy side. Real talk. It wouldn't surprise me. You know, I don't think anybody on Kovalev's side would have tried to fuck the church's money up. Oscar got so many enemies, dude. Oscar got a leaky faucet. I don't think nobody can beat Canelo besides Floyd, bro. Me neither, bro. If I had to put a list together, if I had to give you 5 fighters that can beat Canelo, bro, in no particular order, it would probably have to be Baltimore beating the hell out the Patriots. 16 zip. Good. But if I had to put 5 fighters together that probably can beat Canelo, and this ain't logical, you know what I'm saying? At all to me. You have to go to punchers and the guys that can't be drained, but that's big enough to can handle Canelo if he put on a lot of weight. So my list would be like Caleb Plant, Benavidez, in no particular order. Caleb Plant, Benavidez, Charlo, Andrade, and I had to give a 5th. I'm just gonna say he's not going back up to 175. I'm gonna keep between 68, 60, and 54. And if I had to give one more, that'd be interesting. I think Triple G too old right now. You know what? I throw Derevchenko in there. Real talk. Those would be the 5 I roll with. Now, had the old Charlo twin fought like he used to, I would throw him in there. You know. Oh, Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, Billy Joe Saunders. My bad. I put Billy Joe Saunders / Derevchenko as my 5, which really 6. Ward ain't coming back, bro. Ward ain't coming back. Ward ain't coming back. I doubt that. So, I mean, we talk about active fighters. He retired. Jay Pill said, hopefully UFC thing means Dana White is going to be getting his hands in the boxing business, throw the best and the best like he does with the UFC. Yeah, it's up for boxing. Yeah, Canelo should fight Charlo. I heard that could be next. I heard that's a possibility. He said, "Yo, did you see?" I came. Hold on. Yo, did you see Ryan Garcia and Bernard Hopkins after the match? Bernard slapped his man in the face. He said something to him, and Bernard snapped. What? He said Garcia and Hopkins. He said, "Did you see Ryan Garcia and Bernard Hopkins after the match? Bernard slapped this man in the face, and he said something to him, and Bernard snapped." Damn, who the fuck said something to him? Somebody in Ryan Garcia camp? Overhand said he's fighting Saunders in the UK, in my opinion. At least we ain't got to wait an hour until the fight come on at 1 in the morning. Not more expensive. Canelo going to be a super fight at 54. Canelo ain't getting back down to 54, bro. Errol Spence do not need to fight Canelo. He got no chance under these circumstances. Errol Spence not even on the list. He got no chance. This dude got to get healthy. He got blood problems to worry about. And if not blood problems, he got Manny Pacquiao problems to worry about. No, B-House not slapped Ryan's face after the fight in the interview. Damn, he slapped Ryan out, man. Get the gun, G. I'd have been, man, I've been a spit on Bernard Hopkins. We need Dana White in boxing. It's sad when boxing fans like us say we need Dana White. Spence better not be thinking bag season. Spence ain't beating that guy. At his best right now, he not beating Canelo. Not saying that he not talented enough to do so. I don't think he beat him because it's like, dude, you going against, you going against too much. Canelo got the board rigged. I'll show it to you, bro. Oh yeah, send it to put on the gram or something. They told Kovalev if he loses the zone, we'll get him. They did. They gave him a 3-fight contract. Yep. That's why Top Rank took $2 million off Top. Yep. So that's crazy. Usually you have to KO Canelo for 2 minutes to win. You ain't lying. It's bag season for Spence. Ryan Garcia knocked Duno out with the phantom left hook. Yep, hater. I'm a hater like you, but my wrist big. You like. So Billy Joe can beat Canelo, but not Spence. Dude, them two totally different skill sets, bro. For one, Billy Joe Saunders is his natural 60-pounder. For two, Billy Joe Saunders, he got a more slicker style than Errol Spence, dude. He can hit and not get hit. Did you not see Sean Porter just run up on Errol Spence? Not saying that Billy Joe Saunders ain't pound for pound. Ain't Errol Spence not pound for pound better than Billy Joe Saunders? So you telling me that Errol Spence is going before the cards? Let's act like he's normal. You telling me that Errol Spence gonna move to 160 and beat Canelo Alvarez? He wouldn't move to 160 and beat Billy Joe Saunders, bro. He would not go to 160 without a tune-up, without another fight at 54. He would not go to 160 and beat Billy Joe Saunders. He would not. Let's not act like Billy Joe Saunders some fucking bum. He's a real 60-pounder. He won the title at 68. Errol Spence got Sean Porter problems. Spence will beat Billy Joe. He didn't beat Sean Porter easy. What are you talking about? He could beat Sean Porter easy. He didn't beat Kell Brook easy. Are you fucking serious? He just struggled with Sean Porter, bro. He was losing to Kell Brook until Kell Brook got injured. So you telling me he gonna beat Billy Joe Saunders easy? You out your fucking mind, bro. He said Billy Joe Saunders beat David and David Lemieux got a few bodies on his record too. Crazy as hell. So Errol Spence will move up and beat David Lemieux, bro. He'll move up right now and beat David Lemieux. If David Lemieux can make 160. That motherfucking David Lemieux been to ice Errol Spence ass. He better be fucking boxing versus David Lemieux. Y'all act like this nigga is like like if he was a middleweight, why ain't he at middleweight? Seriously. If he was a middleweight, why ain't Errol Spence at middleweight? This the same nigga. This the same nigga scared to fight fucking Terrence Crawford. You talking about Canelo? Man, Canelo been to beat the shit out of Errol Spence. Crazy. Lubin will beat Spence. That'll be a good one. Battle of the Southpaws. I think Spence edges Lemieux though, but it wouldn't need to be on his toes. He can't be on it. That nigga ain't gonna be on his toes, bro. That motherfucker, that nigga ain't no toes fighter, bro. If he boxing, he flat-footed, bro. Even when he boxed versus Mikey Garcia, he was majority flat-footed. Maybe he can outbox David Lemieux. Maybe he can. It ain't the hardest thing to do. But all it takes is one. He started at 54, bro. Diamond Moore. He started off at 54 and came down to 47. What advantages he got over Billy Joe Saunders, bro? Tell me. What advantage he got over Billy Joe Saunders? Is J-Rock too big for Crawford? I think I would say so. I would say so. But Mayweather was beating bigger guys, though. What advantages Errol Spence got over Canelo or Billy Joe Saunders? What advantages he got, bro? What advantages he got? Ain't none of these niggas moving up to 60 beating him. Even J-Rock now, if it was a guy that from under 60 pounds that could beat Canelo, it's probably going to come from that middleweight division. You know, it's probably going to be a guy like J-Rock, but he don't have enough power. It might be a guy like Jamel Charlo, but he fighting with the wrong coach. He should be Ronnie Shields. You know, it's probably going to be Erickson Lubin once he get more season. But ain't nobody at 47 beating Canelo at 160. I don't see it. United Southern Nation, salute. Oh, you straight United Southern Nation. I appreciate you just here, bro. It's good enough. Why they never asked why Oscar said Canelo need to grow into 160, but now he can jump to 68, 60, 75 for titles. That's a good one. I forgot about that. They forgot to tell you that Canelo has tests scheduled with VADA, no ghost visits anymore. I can believe that. I can believe that. Charlo 29, Canelo 29. Charlo has no chance. I agree. I would favor Canelo to beat Charlo. Charlo would have to knock him out. You know, but if it was a fair fight, I'd give Charlo more of a chance. But it ain't going to be fair. I think, yeah, Boo Boo on a no fight list. You know, Canelo not fighting Boo Boo. Man, it's instant. Fuck with my nose. Billy Joe Saunders had two marquee performances over William Monroe, David Lemieux. The rest of his career is domestic level bums. Well, hey, he beat Chris Eubanks Jr. And if Chris Eubanks Jr. win versus Corey Bob and Charlo win versus Dennis Hogan, then Chris Eubanks Jr. was fighting Jamal Charlo next. So keep that same energy, you know, once Jamal Charlo and Chris Eubanks Jr. fight. Don't forget, Chris Eubanks Jr. knocked out Ivan Uterman, and Anthony Durrell almost went the distance with him until Cut stopped the fight. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can say, oh, he didn't fight this guy, he didn't fight that guy, whoopty this, and that. Hey, it is what it is. Billy Joe Saunders ducked down dry. Errol Spence ducking Terrence Crawford. What's the difference? What's the difference? Y'all don't want to talk about that. This nigga wrecked the fucking car not to fight Terrence Crawford. Smitty Rich. CJ, they trying to turn Canelo into a great white hope only because he could pass for a redneck. Yeah, it's over with. He ain't gonna speak that English though. He know English. He ain't gonna speak it. Lara know English too. He refuses to speak it. No lie, you're way better than boxing ego because he ego blocked 150 people in 30 minutes because we was telling him the truth. Yeah, he do be on. I don't comment on his shit. I just watch. You can't beat the nigga talking. All he gotta do is block you. You can't type and people pay attention to your shit. Especially in this era, niggas hate reading. Lamar Jackson with the bomb. Ooh, tight end drop. You have my respect, just like IBFP. Salute. Mr. Strong, Mr. 21 Strong, salute. Gonna have to drain Plant to 153 or so. You ain't gonna lie. Can we talk about WE? You want to talk about you get it in your feelings every time somebody bring up Spence, but your boy Crawford ain't my boy, but hey, don't want to fight Porter. He said that fight Porter, so where you been at? Dante Boxing Nation got an interview. He said that fight Porter, so lie debunked. They said they fight him. Bomac said he fight him. I don't know where that lie came at when Bomac said he wouldn't. Bomac was on wax saying they'll fight him. So what now? What now? Why do we gotta fight Porter anyway? Before Spence got into an accident. Why you gotta fight Porter? Why Errol Spence can't fight him? Why? If he healthy. Why you gotta go fight Danny and get Pacquiao and all? Y'all be killing me with that shit, man. You gotta once he beat the shit out of Porter, oh Errol Spence, soften him. Nobody trying to hear that. Anybody trying to hear that? Y'all niggas still saying Errol Spence can beat Canelo after that shit versus Sean Porter. That nigga almost lost to Sean Porter. Sean Porter. Y'all talking about Canelo. This nigga scared to fight a lightweight in Terrence Crawford. Scared, he shook. There ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Everybody know it behind the scenes. Everybody know he's scared to fight him. These niggas can act like they on their microphone. They can act like they on their microphone and oh yeah, he go. No, nigga don't want that fight. If I'm a dude in Detroit and I know for a fact that they don't want that fight, it is what it is. Niggas in South Dallas, niggas in wherever sides of Dallas they got, Houston, El Paso, San Diego, Los Angeles, Watts, Compton, niggas on Crenshaw, Oakland. Everybody should know. They closer to Texas than I am. Eubanks could beat Charlo. He's still improving. Low key, I like that fight. $704 Joe, salute. He said, because if Crawford ain't fought nobody, then that should be an easy win. Right? If Crawford ain't fought nobody, that should be an easy win. I ain't never seen nobody beat his ass then if he ain't fought nobody. Oh, he ain't fought nobody. But yet again, Sean Porter was offered to fight. He said no mas. Keith Thurman was offered to fight. He said no mas. They give him the Pacquiao fight. Mikey Garcia was offered to come back and take that fight with the Lomachenko fight. He stayed with PBC. Errol Spence, they was trying to offer him to fight. Oh, no. I got a hair appointment. Come on, dog. What Floyd Mayweather say? Terrence Crawford, the pound for pound number one fighter in the world. Mr. PBC said that. Gamboa and Crawford fought like 5-6 years ago. They ain't even the same Gamboa. Get him the fuck up out of here. Get this motherfucker fuck out my shit. I'm gonna be on my ego. Diamond. Yo, what man named Diamond anyway? You probably a man's best friend too. Get the fuck out my shit. I got two more 100 to catch up to ego. 2 more 100 blocks today to catch up to that nigga. Porter not beating no Bud, who is more experienced, more fluid, more slicker than Spence is, and I like Bud and Spence, but Bud will win 8 rounds to at least on Porter. Well, who Sean Porter said win? Errol Spence and Bud. Who Sean Porter said win? Sean Porter said Terrence Crawford do everything better. He said 5K more. Ego wasn't buying the zone, telling everyone not to buy the zone, then eating off super chats from the zone fights by making up some bullshit fake KO and stage fight BS. It was great game plan by both. I don't know where the fuck that came from. I can't even process that. Greek gal got robbed yesterday. I'm a Katie Taylor fan. I ain't see that one. Damn. Katie Taylor got 2 gifts in a row. Have you ever smoked weed before, or do you? No, I experiment when I don't smoke weed. That's instant. I don't smoke weed. Got a weed pen down here though. Nah, it ain't for me though. Small girl, she got some shit going on. But if you beat Arum Fighter, you have to pay $2 million. Like, if you beat an Arum Fighter, he gotta own your ass. I agree with that. That nigga, he gotta own you. But he can't do that to an Al Heyman fighter though. But yeah, let's talk about AB and them, man. AB, Adrian Broner, and Gervonta Tank Davis was at Canelo fight. And Chris Minnick said that it was report sources that Adrian Broner and Gervonta Tank Davis got into a fist fight, and they exchanged blows, or Adrian Broner exchanged blows, and then Adrian Broner fired on Gervonta Tank Davis, PR guy. Okay. Now, Stephen Espinoza said he talked to PR guy and no such thing happened. Now, Fight Hype was in New York last night for the Jorge Masvidal fight and the Nate Diaz fight. They was in the DMV last night. Gary Russell brother fought. He got a second round knockout. Wale Amatoso fought Brian Carlos Castanos. I believe Castanos stopped him. I started watching the fight. I didn't finish. And they was out in Vegas. So Canelo was in the locker room, and they said Broner and Tank got to throwing blows. Now, my whole thing about it was, why was Broner and Tank even at the Canelo fight? You know, PBC had a fight, in Maryland, but they must have both been in Vegas to check the fight out. Now, they was doing interviews and stuff, and they known to bump heads before. They beefed, they fell out. They tried to kiss each other at the strip club, and Tank be putting them in the headlock. And also, Friday night, their boy Richardson Hitchinson was fighting, so they must have been in town for the Mayweather card. So nobody got no video of this. It's kind of like in Houston when the dude named Boston George allegedly beat up Broner and threw him out of a Houston nightclub, but no video ever surfaced of that. So at the end of the day, Stephen Espinoza said the zone was lying for clout. But I can believe that shit happened. But I would hate for them two ignorant niggas to go out to the zone and get to throwing blows in front of all the Mexicans, making us look like ignorant motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? And, I don't understand, if they did throw the blows, like, what was it over? Was they drunk? Was AB drunk? AB be tripping. Even when drunk Spence and AB and them was doing that shit, Gervonta Tank Davis, even when he be at the fights, it don't look like he be drunk or no shit like that. It always seemed like Broner is the instigator. You know what I'm saying? And even when they was in Dallas, somebody hit me up telling me that Broner was depressed at the bar in the hotel, and he was crying and telling people to pray for him at the hotel. So at the end of the day, just going off of just knowing, AB probably got mad if it did happen. AB probably instigated that shit. You know what I'm saying? AB probably instigated it. So, Tank needs to stay away from Adrian Broner, man. If that's the case, but I don't believe that shit happened, man. I hope it didn't. But them motherfuckers go all the way to a Canelo Mexican fight, and they do this shit to make niggas look bad. That's what make me mad about the whole situation, man. But I'll open Q&A up for a minute. I was watching UFC 244. Now that Darren Till fight, I ain't like that shit. I ain't pay attention to it. But the Wonder Boy fight, that shit was lit. He was fighting some dude from Brazil or whatever he was from. And, dude was taking a lot of punishment. And the Wonder Boy guy, I guess he just got knocked out by somebody. But he kind of fight with a little rhythm. And he was fucking old boy up. And old boy was giving it to him too. But the Wonder Boy was Wonder kicking his ass, and he was piecing his ass up. I enjoyed that fight probably the most out of the whole night. You know what I'm saying? Just because it was really a finesse fighter with a little bit of aggression in Wonder Boy, and then the other guy was just aggressive. So that was a that was a great fight, bro. Darnell, salute. That was a great fight in my opinion. Um, Other than that, the Nate Diaz fight and the Jorge Masvidal fight, um, that got stopped because this is like probably one of the few fights that was in New York. Now, Al Heyman opened up the New York market for the UFC. UFC couldn't get a sanctioned fight in New York because I guess the New York State Athletic Commission didn't believe in didn't believe in doing UFC there. So last night when Nate Diaz got cut, I think everybody should have knew that New York was going to stop them because New York State New York State Athletic Commission was going to stop them because they didn't want the UFC in there no way. He said Broner, Donald Banks said Broner found out Tank was cheating on him with the PR guy, so Broner fired on the PR guy, and Tank too. All hell broke loose. This is a couple issues. Salute Donald Banks in super chat, but so at the end of the day, Nate Diaz said, "Well, I was gonna pick it up in the 4th and 5th round, but you gotta know where you're fighting at." And a lot of announcers were saying if this was in Vegas, this wouldn't have got stopped. But in light of a New York fighter, he died. I think he died. Patrick Day in New York, and all these deaths. They don't want the UFC there no way, and they stopped the fight on cuts. But it was some gangster shit while it lasted because game bred dude Masvidal, he got Nate Diaz on the floor, and he was hurting Nate Diaz. He stunned Nate Diaz a few times. He got him on the ground, but Nate Diaz was cagey. He was experienced. And even though Masvidal dominated the first round, he could have got Diaz out there, but Diaz was just finessing his ass, and he made it to the final bell. And then, Diaz was touching Masvidal's here and there, but the Jorge dude, Gamebred, was just more fresher, and he was just the fresher fighter. He had the more energy than Nate Diaz, and he was just rocking Diaz. And when Diaz hit him, Jorge just bounced back. He just cracked his neck to bounce back. He kept fighting, and then he opened up the cuts early, and then after going into the 4th round, they stopped it. Focus Film, salute. He from New York though. They did fight in Chicago. He from New York though, so they stopped it. But at the end of the day, they talking about they might run it back. But the energy was crazy in there, dude. That motherfucking Jorge came out to the Tony Montana theme song. That beat so dope. I love that beat. Anybody that's a student of the game knew Masvidal was way more well-rounded fighter. Yeah, I mean, Diaz came up with a 3-year layoff when he just fought Pettis. So, I was surprised, but yeah, I didn't think Masvidal looked like he was in any trouble in the fight. He got touched up a couple times, but he just never was in trouble. If they rerun it back, I just think he gonna win again. They say he one of the best boxers in the UFC, and at the end of the day, he can handle himself. He can handle himself better. He said Masvidal been out about it since whooping the nigga in the Kimbo backyard. Yeah, I seen them videos, bro. You should go to UFC event one day. Yeah, I will. My one of my boys' brother, he do MMA. He do local shit though. I don't know if he still do it though. Dana says it's not happening next. Yeah, I wish he would, but at the end of the day, they should double that shit up with Conor McGregor comeback shit. Why not? I don't know who Conor McGregor supposed to be fighting. Cowboy, I don't know who the fuck that is, to be honest. I'm still learning the fighters. But it was a good fight. It was better than Canelo fight. It was so much bravado in the ring, bro. They had so much. Just the ring walk. UFC dope. I'm getting more and more into UFC, and that's because boxing, man. Boxing ain't giving us the fights that we want to see, man. I'm like I said, the event of the decade. You can't change my mind. The best combat sports event I've seen this decade was Conor McGregor and Khabib. That whole card, I've never seen a boxing card like that. Now the best pay-per-view undercard boxing card I've seen, I ain't seen them all. called me crazy was Berto and Mayweather. I didn't see the Derrick Lewis fight last night. I was what? I was watching a basketball game. Then I went over to the UFC fights. So my girl came home. I went upstairs and started watching them. I might start just covering UFC, man, a lot more, MMA a lot more. You know what I'm saying? I might start going to UFC events. I'm gonna do a couple more boxing events, man. And if I don't like that shit, but boxing events is fun. Especially I like going to the New York fights. I don't have a long flight either, so. But if not, I'm gonna start just covering UFC. I might start taking some mixed martial arts class too, man. Hold on. Bellator good too. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Booster Porter got those running back moves. Diaz and Masvidal had 24 combined losses. CJ in boxing took a backseat to unreal. Yeah, man. Like Masvidal had 13 and Diaz had 11, I think it was. And but it don't matter in the UFC though. It don't matter. They were saying how Jorge Masvidal he went to a game show overseas and he did some soul searching and you know he just started coming back, knocking motherfuckers out. Diaz is late rounder. He got crazy. Yeah, yeah. Berto Mayweather undercard was dope. It had Salido and was it Vargas, Berto and George Groves. And there was another fight on there too. That whole undercard was crazy. Hell yeah, that's the best pay per view undercard I've seen by far. I hate how they get paid. Yup, that's a dictatorship. But them getting paid like that, make them hop back in the ring even faster. No one has to be fucked over by split decisions more than a Masvidal. Yeah, he ain't never been stopped. He ain't never been stopped. Real talk, like I said, 50 million spent on the Canelo fight, and the whole UFC card was much better. Exactly. Hell, I enjoyed that. I did. I never really seen a UFC card I didn't like. Now, I think it was I can't remember the card. I'm not even gonna say I can't remember. I actually like Canelo Triple G too. Who was on that undercard? Who was on that undercard? It was a whole bunch of stoppages, quick stoppages. Jaime stopped some fucking bum. It was all stoppages. At least Mayweather and Berto shit was that shit was competitive, man. Badu Jack and Groves. I think it was Badu Jack and Groves that night. That was competitive. Salido fought. I think he fought Vargas that night. I'm gonna look it up. That whole fucking card was competitive as fuck. Hold on. That whole card, man. And think about the Mayweather, the Golovkin, and Canelo too. You had to wait like a fucking hour for the main event. That's the one thing I always remember about that shit. Yeah, it was my bad. It was Roman Martinez and Salido, Badu Jack, George Groves. Those motherfuckers was heat. And then Bonnes fought Ishe Smith. I think he ended up. I don't remember that fight being on there. Maybe I got to the theater later. And Gervonta fought on that card too. Ronald Garville fought on that card. Theo Payne. But the Salido in the Martinez fight, in the Badu Jack and George Grove fight, that shit was crap. Valdez fought who? Two. Who? Oscar Valdez? Let me check out that undercard. Let me see. Hold on. David Lemieux, Gary Spike O'Sullivan, boo. Jaime and Brandon Cooks, boo. Roman Gonzalez and Moses Fontes. Vigil Ortiz fought Roberto Diaz. Valdez went on that card, bro. You must be talking about one. Yeah, I don't want to fan of that card. Only thing that sold out was Kovalev sold. No, I was talking about Crawford undercard. Oh. I wonder how much Kovalev got to take it. He got a brand new deal with his own. That's what he got. I don't know. He probably got that $2 million that Top Rank took. Where were those two clowns even around Canelo? Salute. Yeah, I got any questions? I'll take some questions now. I answer questions. That was a dive fest. Kobe 2K fan. I mean, Tank nobody clown. I need an acting lesson from Kovalev. C4 battle rifle. I think Lewis fought Biggs on Holyfield or Cooper undercard. Who should Kovalev fight next? Probably a tune up and then going to Beaver. Who your number one pound for pound? Terrence Crawford. I think Terrence, yeah. When Broner fight again, he said he retired right now, but I think he's gonna come back. I'm Mexican and I'm embarrassed of Canelo and Kovalev. I ain't paid for it, so I don't feel bad. They must not trust Ryan Garcia's skills if his opponents are already being paid off. Yeah, I can imagine. I thought Canelo corner would have did a lot better. They must not. Okay, I read that one. Kovalev did the Dougie. Kovalev, my Dougie. Kovalev was paid a bonus for not throwing his power shots. Tank versus Eastern at 40 or 35. Who you got? Probably Tank. What at 35? I got Tank. What's Canelo next move? Billy Joe, Charlo, Callum Smith, Golovkin, Warrington, and Santa Cruz. I probably favor Warrington. Could go either way. What's up, Corey Lee? I see you. Salute. Y'all can subscribe to Corey Lee. Quincy Pinola, Tank in December. Yeah, he fighting in Atlanta. I think that's huge. Kovalev was doing the thriller when he got knocked out. Mr. 21 Strong. Do you think Canelo staying at 75? If so, would he fight Beaver? I don't think he's. I heard he coming back down, but you know things always change in the boxing world. But Beaver don't bring nothing to the table. You know what I'm saying? Kovalev had clout. You know what I'm saying? He actually beat dudes and competed with dudes. Beaver ain't did nothing yet. That'd be a pointless fight. But he probably could beat Beaver. I wasn't impressed with Beaver last few fights. Tank and Broner never got the fighting. That's crazy. I don't think they was fighting either. You go to the fights last night, Corey Lee and down there at the National Harbor. You know, Gabe Russell's little brother got a little knockout, second round knockout. Canelo should unify with Benavidez. He can't unify the regular WA belt. You can't unify with that belt. Did you see the Sosa fight? No. I heard Stephen Upshur, who fought Andre Berto, said in the same amount. I didn't see the fight. He said that Burchett was juiced up. I'm just gonna say allegedly. That I didn't see the fight, but Stephen Upshur said on Facebook that he was juiced up. Canelo want to go to cruiserweight. Yeah, I hear. Yeah, he probably win too. Loma versus Shakur. Probably Loma right now. Shakur got to get. Shakur need to just enjoy the process of being. He should have really enjoyed the process of being a prospect and a contender, but now he a champion. Just because you can do it don't mean you should do it, in my opinion. I know that sounds stupid, but sometimes I think a lot of these fighters need to mature. It's backwards. All the champions want to be patient, and all the prospects want to be champions, and they want to go for the gusto now. I think patience with a young fighter. Let your body develop. Them belts ain't going nowhere. What do you think of the Terminator controversy? I ain't seen it. I was watching Shabs and Hobbs, whatever the hell it was called. Today I gotta go upstairs and finish watching it. That was a good movie. I slept on that one. But I was listening to Tom video talking about it was a female. I ain't watched Terminator since like the 90s, dog. I ain't watched the Terminator since the 90s. I'm probably gonna watch Universal Soldier tonight after I get done watching Hobbs and Shaw. I want to see that shit again. That was my shit. Keith Thurman coming off injury and long layoff versus Josh Taylor. Probably Keith Thurman still.
Because Taylor ain't never fought at 47. Got to go to cruiserweight and pay off another fighter. Ain't nobody at cruiserweight worth fighting that bring no money. Tony Bellew retired. Burchett did look jacked. Watch out. Watch it on the DVR earlier. What did you say about Burchett? I didn't say it. Another boxer said he looked juiced up. I didn't see the fight. I had to go back and watch it. I mean, I don't. That's not my opinion on that. I know Tevin Farmer said he put 5,000 on. He said he put 5,000 down on Jason Sosa. I knew Sosa was gonna lose. Burchett too good for Sosa. Warrington overrated. I don't know. I don't want him embarrassing us versus an American. He should be able to beat him and Santa Cruz. They definitely gonna eclipse 1,000 punches thrown. They both can't punch, but I like Warrington. No, I was going to go, but me and my brother went to watch the Diaz and Masvidal fight. Masvidal Liddy. I bet that shit was lit. I got to go to a UFC card, bro. And I got to sit close. I got to sit close. For real. I got to sit. That shit be looking lit. The thing about the UFC cards is you don't know who the fucking fighters is and who is not the fighters. Unless you know. If you fuck around and bump the wrong person at a UFC card, you can get your ass whooped. Us being boxing fans, we know the fighters. I always thought Burchett took roids. He has too much stamina and recovery is good. Allegedly. Charlo Harrison 2, December 21st, Ontario. I heard they were trying to put Laura and J-Rock with that card, but I doubt it now. They may or may not fight. I picked Masvidal to paper. He did. Johnny Player salute. Shakur versus Gary Russell. I favor Gary Russell now. But I can see Shakur getting him. I don't think Shakur is man enough yet. He mature enough. But he got the skills to do it. Honestly, I don't think Canelo fighting Masvidal is far-fetched. I know Tyron Woodley was calling out him. Universal Soldiers, my shit. Drago and Van Damme, hell yeah. Ricky E. 245 21 Bridges movie with Chadwick Boseman looks good. Yeah, and what's the other one? Slim and Queen with the dude from Get Out. I want to see that one too. What's Andrade's next move? Pray. His mandatory chose to go another route to fight Royal Murata or Stephen Butler. But Chet always looked like that. He just got skills, in my opinion. You think Gary Russell gonna get stripped by the end of the year? He said he gotta fight his mandatory. If he do, he do. Wouldn't surprise me. How you lowballing a dude who get lowballed on his promoter? Oscar won't put him on a DAZN card or Canelo card, putting JoJo on Facebook. That's crazy. That is true. JoJo fought last time on Facebook, and JoJo can fight. JoJo needs to sign with Al. For real. Yeah, I can't wait for Queen and Slim. Okay, I got it wrong. Any news on Pacquiao and Danny? Nope. You mean Manny, Danny, and Pacquiao? I mean Manny, Danny, and Mikey. They kind of crapped on the lore of Terminator. Man, I ain't watched them motherfuckers since the 90s. I think I seen the one with the little teenage, the newer one, man. I probably watched that by mistake. Kovalev looked happy last. Hell, you'd be happy too if you had. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 M's in my bank account. The Tiger of Taiwan tongue fight. No more talk. I don't know what that was about. Salute. Is it too late to turn pro at 24, even when you get your grown man? The Donald Stevenson turned pro at 29. He turned pro at 29. Juan say, how many buys do you believe that Wilder Ortiz would do? Man, don't even ask me. Personally, I don't think they promoting it good enough, but we'll see. I think 100,000 would be generous. That camp life, it was all right. It's just everything you watch, any boxing reality TV show you watch, it just fails in comparison to 24/7. 24/7 was pure gold. Floyd Mayweather, De La Hoya, Mayweather Haddon, Mayweather Mosey was the funniest one. Gary Russell at 35 could be a good move, but Gary is small. Yeah, he got some T-Rex arms too. This is my Keith Thurman voice.
Any boxing documentary, man, other than 24/7, I don't like it. All access, I don't care for it. That 40 days on the zone, I don't care for it.
That knockout was just as good as when Floyd knocked out Tension.
I'm fooling.
Fooling. When I was he said when I was GG fanboy, I used to watch all his documentaries. Can Charlo and Andrade fight generate enough buzz for the winner? No.
I don't know. They ain't even gonna never fight each other.
They're never gonna fight each other, so it ain't even worth asking. Charlo don't want to fight. And Boo Boo done did so many bad business deals that you can't blame people for not wanting to fight. I'm pulling out of fights that's already signed, pulling out of career high paydays. Burchett said he not interested in unifying. He only want to fight Valdez. I don't know why he wouldn't want to beat the shit out of Tevin Farmer. He can beat Tevin Farmer. He can beat Jamel Herring too, or Lamont Roach. I don't know why he's scared to fight brothers. Yo, Rose looking good though.
Yeah, he was out last night. I think with a hamstring, but I think it was more rest. It ain't that if Derrick Rose can play, he can maintain. Can he stay healthy? Damn, Corey Lee, you should have went to this Ravens game. Well,
Ty Brady picking the ass apart now. Who wins Charlo versus Harrison too?
You already know I'm going with Tony, man. Tony. The KO boys in the building tonight.
Oh, how I'm feeling tonight. He gonna KO Charlo.
He gonna KO Charmander.
The KO boys in the building tonight. Man down.
Hope he put Charlo to sleep.
It's gonna be a good fight though.
He said they boring. Like, these Mexicans today, bro. Boy, we could talk about black fighters. We could talk about the disappearance of great Puerto Rican fighters. We could talk about how the UK don't beat nobody no more. The only consistent thing in boxing right now is that when a fighter come over from Asia, like China, Japan, Korea, them motherfuckers tough. Anything else than that, conventional wisdom go out. Boxing conventional wisdom go out the door. These motherfucking Mexicans are so fucking pussy these days, bro. And even some of the black fighters, man. I ain't never seen so many pussy black and Mexican fighters in my motherfucking life. I never watched the Hogan and Jaime fight. I had to watch it. Real talk, man. We got so many pussy fighters in the black community, dog. Man. You know, niggas used to be body back in the day, but that's what happened when you put money in the game. You know what I'm saying? We got so many fucking pussy fighters.
That's crazy. That's out cold. Rich Ortiz versus Boots. I don't know. They still got to develop. That's a good fight though. Who you got, Haney versus Tank? I'm gonna talk about that tonight. Either I'm gonna either post that video tonight or in the morning. And there's another video I meant to talk about too. I don't remember where it was. I think it was just that one. I got another video queued up for tonight. And that'll be it. Xavier Martinez got power. I gotta check him out. Andrade versus Derevchenko. Yeah, that's a great fight. I don't think Andrade was trying to fight that dude though. I think he said something on Twitter. Burchett scared the brothers. He know Sweet Pea Farmer too much. I think he beat shit out Farmer, bro. I don't know why. Man, I don't know why niggas ducking Farmer. I think JoJo Diaz will give Burchett a good fight. JoJo good though. You can't beat him. Only person they got beating is Josh Taylor right now. And knew you were going to punish Donaire. I don't even want to watch that. I want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it because I like Donaire, bro. That's one of my favorite fighters out this decade. I do not want to see him get punished, bro. Now I fuck with Inouye. He go ham. Haney with dog walk Tank. Yeah, I think he would too, man. That's the reason he say Sweet Pea Farmer because Tevin Farmer says defense better than it's like Pernell Whitaker's defense be better than Floyd. That shit was crazy. It's kind of like a little joke. Haney gonna be a problem at 35-40. Say what you think. You think we'll get any other lightweight fight, Seb, if we don't? No, you get Lomachenko.
He'll get Lomachenko in the winner, Comey and Tio. Teofimo Lopez saying me and Marco the Comey fight the main event. We know, nigga, we know. Crawford and the meme machine. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Shakira versus Duet looked like Floyd Mayweather versus Guerrero. Man, Shakira should have took him out the game. I don't care, your girl, your fiance, your wife, your thought. He should have plugged. He should have plugged homeboy. He should have knocked him out. He had mercy on Joette. Joette, they did not even show him respect. The Manuwa is too small. Too small for what? He got skills though. That motherfucker hitting like a Mack truck. He can go up to 22 and still be effective. He can definitely go up to 22 and still be effective. He got skills, man. He got boxing skills too, dog. You just worry for a guy to get a lot of those 1, 2, 3 round knockouts. You know, if he have to move up and go rounds, can he really move up and go rounds is the question. Clarify, I don't believe Farmer is good. He is trash, just to let the chat know. Mew Ying. Now he lowballing JoJo, but JoJo should take that shit, man. JoJo should take it. In my opinion. Too small to fight Loma. Yeah, he could be. Yeah, I think so. New versus Prime Nazim. I got New Sleep. I got NyQuil. I got a New NyQuil. NyQuil to New Oscar gonna make JoJo take it. He might as well. Or go back to fighting on Facebook. Once you the champion, he could just unify with Kasiko, who just beat Alvarez Machado, because he's gonna be the Super WBA champion. That's what I would do. I'll take that shit. Eubanks is a dog, but he got to get his emotional in there. He gets too emotional in there. He be trying to get back. George Groves was a relapse. JoJo versus Brazil. I think JoJo win. I hope he win. I lost respect for Farmer. I don't care who knock him out. You ain't lying, bro. For real. Now it's already, man. Him and Calvin Kelly. That was a motherfucking that was a fucking classic. That was a fucking classic. Any more questions before I got to shoot a move? Miles over here sleeping shit. He ain't moving. That nigga's not moving. Anybody got any other questions? Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. He said, do you believe Crawford will move up or down in weight if he can't get people? I don't know. I would imagine he may be moving up. But I heard that Jaime Maguire is not vacating his 154-pound title. So, I don't know. I know they're getting ready for Jose Ramirez to fight him. They're prepping him. Ward and Proterbia. Well, right now, I know Ward's still sparring. Hardy's still in shape. I don't believe Ward was at his best at light heavyweight, though. I think he had set out a long time. You know, he came back where it's like Paul Smith and Sullivan Barrera and Alexander Brand. But I do think the promotional issues hurt him with Goosen. You know, he had him fighting Edwin Rodriguez. Edwin Rodriguez in Southern California. Nobody was showing up. But Andre Ward is best. He beat Proterbia. But I believe Andre Ward wasn't at his best at 75. B Moore wins the bowl this year. I don't know. That was a real Canelo at 75. Looks healthy and big as ever. Low blow champ. Chad Dawson. What about him? He fought Chad Dawson at 68. Chad Dawson came down in weight, which HBO forced him to, but hey, it is what it is. I'm going to get out of here, man. I might go live tomorrow. I got one more video to drop tonight. Appreciate the love, support. Keep sharing the videos. Y'all know what it is. One time for one time. We gone.